Oh no, John would definitely be up for a fight. I can assure you of that.
Danny Gathon here for Pro Boxing fans. We're in Telford. It's fight week. European title on the line at Basbarou, Sam Aiken. Kalle Sauerland. On paper, there's no way this can be a bad fight. Talk to me a bit about it.
Well, don't listen to me. Listen to Labrooks. 50-50 by the bookies. You've got England versus Germany. You've got a European title. You've got a Brit who don't know reverse. And you've got a German who's not only a very good pedigree boxer, bronze medal at the World Championships as an amateur, but very good puncher as well. There we go, the lights are on, I look even more pretty now. But it's all set up for an absolutely banging night. And, you know, these are our opportunities 6 times a year on Channel 5 to show the nation, not just the boxing hardcore, what boxing's all about. And this fight can't not deliver. So watch out Channel 5, DAZN around the world on Friday night. It's going to be an absolute firecracker.
There's not a boxing fan in the country who doesn't know what Sam Aiken brings to the table, but a Basbarou maybe not as familiar. If you tell us...
Sorry, I've got to start with Sam. I mean, he is phenomenal in... I've watched, I think, 9 out of his last 10 fights. And that's, you know, I've got a lot of other boxing going on in my life, so to say that it means he must be a really exciting boxer. He just doesn't have a bad fight, and you know, we forget he's only 30. Yeah, so it's like the levels of entertainment around Sam. Yet, not got the best defense, but he certainly knows how to come forward. And then you got, you know, Abbas, the German, not going to be the most popular man in Telford on Friday night. Expecting a sellout crowd here. It's going to be hostile, but he's got to go through that, doesn't he? You know, he wants to be European champion, he wants to be world champion. This is the route you've got to take.
A lot of your best young talent on the undercard, but I want to talk to you in particular about Matty Harris. Feels like a big night for him. Obviously suffered what was a very unexpected defeat July last year, first time out. How's Matty been since, you know, suffering that loss, and you know, you confident he can get back on the horse and back towards the height, the hopes everyone had for him a year ago?
That night in Edinburgh, and I was in Nashville in Tennessee. We had a show the same night. Nissa was over with him in our show in Edinburgh, and when I got the result, I thought I misread the message. It said Matty Harris KO, and I just thought, okay, he's knocked another one out, and it was like it really didn't. I wasn't upset. I wasn't disappointed. I was furious because he let his eye off the prize. You know, he got carried away with the hype, and it wasn't the biggest hype. It was, a few viral knockout clips. That's what you expect. You know, he wasn't fighting Muhammad Ali. You know, you expect that at the beginning of a career. That's what the promoter does. You matchmake him up. And then this was the first sort of a little bit of a step up, but it still should have been easy night's work. And he's gassed. I'm like, what? Right? This is unheard. This is terrible. But you know, to step back, it happens. So the next question is, what does he do at that stage? Me, watch, right? You know, obviously, especially Nissa spoke to him quite a lot. But he's taking his advice from clearly very good people. Peter Fury, don't fuck about, right? You don't take every boxer in. He was the mastermind behind Tyson Fury boxing and beating Vladimir Klitschko that night. Out of all the challengers of Vladimir Klitschko, Peter Fury's the only one to work out, actually try and box the guy instead of trying to knock him out, because everyone thought, oh, he's been knocked out 3 times, he's got a glass chin. Well, everyone tried that. No one managed to do it. Tyson boxed his ears off and rewrote the heavyweight world, didn't he, that night? And that's in a large part down to Peter Fury and the tactics. So you see the level he's brought in, and he's convinced Peter of that. So credit, massive credit, goes to Matty. Now he's still got a hard work in front of him, But for me, who's got to get behind him, find him dates, promote him, that says a lot to me. And I think that's something that I'm super excited about.
Well, we look forward to seeing Matty and the card as a whole on Friday night. Cal, got to talk to you about the news from today that Chris Eubank Jr. In talks to fight both Kell Brook and potentially the unified middleweight world champion Janibek Alimkhanov. What can you tell us?
Where did you read that?
On Michael Benson's Twitter page.
Okay. What did it say? Because I've been at a press conference, so tell me what did it...
Just said that Chris Eubank Jr. is in discussions to face both Kell Brook and Janibek.
Okay. Was there a source named?
I think it was you.
Okay. Good to know. No, I mean, look, again, I don't think I've gone out on record saying that. I've just said we've lined up options and we're talking to Team Eubank. So nice that the words are taken out straight away and put out there. But no, again, we speak to Team Eubank. They make the decision on what the opponent is. We can only line up what there is.
Do you get an impression on what way they would maybe sway? Would it be that world title shot that's eluded Chris so far throughout his career, or what would potentially be a bigger money fight in Kell Brook, but one that would probably come with a bit of criticism?
Answer here.
Thought you might.
I passed the buck on that. I can only put that onto Team Eubank when they make that decision, and that's down to them.
Just one more I need to talk to you about. John Fury's been all over social media in the past couple of weeks. Seems to be wanting to fight. Now, there's been reports that he's received an offer from Misfits to fight Joe Egan. What can you tell us?
I'd say those are reports. We talk to John a lot. We talk about some of some boxers he's working with, some of like Roman Fury. So we have a lot of conversation points. Is the lighting okay? We just lost the light. Oh, we got it back. But at the same time, I can't say that we've made an offer on that fight. It's a fight that, yes, we'd look at. It'd have to be, medically checked, everything else. But as of right now, no, there's not been an offer made.
A lot of people think that John maybe doesn't want to fight as much as he's saying, and it's just all gusto. What do you say to that?
Oh, no. John would definitely be up for a fight. I can assure you that.
Just sticking with the Misfits, one last thing, Cal. KSI said he's returning to boxing. Must be very exciting. What can we expect on a potential opponent for that?
Look, he's back in training. He said he's gone out on record saying he's returning to boxing. Which, when you say returning to boxing, let's not forget he was only out end of October, so it's not exactly the longest layoff phase ever. And he'd had a lot of fights in quick succession up to October. So he knows that space better than anyone else. That's why he is the CEO of Misfits. So he knows exactly how to pick the right fight that will generate that interest. He's got a great training team with Alexis and Marios as well, and they always look at that very closely as well. So I'll wait to hear.
Just the very last one, Robert Smith, he's been critical of Misfits in the past and crossover boxing as a whole, and done an interview with Sky News last week where he said he'd grown more concerned about it. He even went as far to say someone will and could potentially die at it. As I understand it, Misfits were with the Polish Boxing Commission last time. What can you say to concerns about safety, particularly when the sanctioning's not necessarily with boards people are as familiar with?
Yeah, I mean, in this day and age of taking out pieces out of an interview, I haven't seen the whole interview. I'd say those words are very strong, given that all the fights are fully sanctioned. They're fully got often the same doctors as the British Border Boxing Control. The same levels, if not in certain cases even higher levels of safety. To say, look, boxing, full stop, is a dangerous sport. It's the most important thing is that you try and put it in an environment that makes it as safe as possible. But you cannot take away the fact that boxing is a dangerous sport. It's a combat sport. It's a full contact sport. Look around. The world is evolving. You're having slap You know, look at that. You look at bare knuckle fighting. A couple of years ago, bare knuckle fighting was a total taboo. Now suddenly, you know, it's everywhere. You look at UFC 20 years ago. You know, it was or maybe 25 years ago. I'll go back a little bit longer now, but you know, banned in a lot of places. You know. So it's you know, yes, Misfits is a new area. It's something that we take health and safety as we do with all our boxing. It's the be all and end all. So that part, that is no different in the Misfits world.
Kalle, we'll wrap it up there. Enjoy the rest of the fight week in Telford and hope to speak to you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Kalle.